Wait, so you're telling me that we're not getting any Polystation cameos? We don't got no Gex, we don't got no Dante from Devil May Cry, we don't got Sweet Tooth or nothing? Or was that just the second game? Because I thought someone was telling me that those characters came back. Alright, anyways, tournament. Yeah, I cannot allow this 8th place to tarnish my record, so what we're gonna do is, okay, that is some disgusting control, but you know what? Let's see. What if... Okay, which one of these can I afford to swap out for, let's see, impact, spin. Okay, so SEDB, that's a little sus, but if I did this, well, that's still like, that's like the same thing. Okay. So one thing I've discovered is that low control is actually not that bad as long as your impact is good. So that's the most important thing, is keeping the impact good. Which, unfortunately, I think if I go, like, all the big airs, then, oddly enough... Okay. Okay, this, I kind of like this idea. I kind of like this idea. Maybe if I do that, or... Okay. That's fine, that's fine. I can find out it all in good time. Alright, yeah. Turbo spin big. Okay, turbo spin clubs apparently make the ball higher, which is actually something I kind of want. That'll make the higher spin more effective. Okay, so this is good. This looks like a weird ass spread, but maybe, yeah. This veteran golfer is for mid to high level players, which hopefully I think I am. I've just been struggling a little today for some reason, but okay, I think I got my mojo back after that match, so okay. Yep, I would not have gotten this far had I not figured this tip out. And also that's just like standard golf mechanic things outside of Tiger Woods. Okay. Let's see how far this 274-yard drive takes us. Strong wind, stuff about hair. All right. Yes, we are making excellent vectors today now. Okay, this is definitely running long here, just because of all the failures that I've had to endure. That I will not cut, by the way, because otherwise the continuity of the series would not make sense. And especially, it would have eliminated the excuse for me to come up with the pun for the first segment called Breakfast Ball at Tiffany's, which, if there's anything I'm proud of in creating the playlist for this series so far for YouTube, it's the titles that I'm coming up with. Lol. See if you can get the references there for Breakfast Ball at Tiffany's. Hey, Lamau. Alright, so my guy hits high draws here. Yeah, so let me do that. There we go. There we go. Although, ignore the music channel because I have not been active on that front in a long time. But it is there. It is there. Although, I've actually been putting I had actually put a lot of my arrangements there on the gaming channel as well, just because the music channel hadn't gained the traction that I would have liked it to. Yep. So, anyways, maybe I have to aim even more because this guy does, I guess, probably hit high, so... Nice tight spin, okay. Alright, a lot of this is going to come down to sinking putts, though. So... There we go, okay. Can't birdie every hole if you don't birdie the first one. Dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. Well, maybe if there's a hole that I can finally eagle, this is the spread I would do it with. Friggin' 284 with power here. Ay caramba. Just gotta try to fade around these trees to compensate for the draw, so... Oh, okay, that's gonna hurt. Maybe I'll stay in bounds. That should count as inbounds. Yeah, okay, it counts as inbounds. Still 251 away, that's hideous, okay. Why does John Daly almost look like Elmer Fudd, but like with hair? Am I the only one? Yeah, we got like tall Elmer Fudd. And not a big Chungus either. This man is definitely like a tall guy, a tall boy. He's a tall Chungus. I mean, that's where that whole meme reference came from, was Bugs Bunny mocking Elmer Fudd in one of the early shorts. Because at that time, yeah, Elmer Fudd was definitely a chubby one. And then I think the internet just really took it out of hand. Okay, well, this crosswind is demonic. So I'm gonna aim all the way over here just to demonstrate how insane the wind is. Oh, okay, so that was a little bit conservative, but this is definitely a quote-unquote conceivable birdie. A little side slope and a little bit of... so I'm not going to aim any further than the side, because I'm noticing that it's starting to slope back the other way as we go back up, so... Yeah, it's going to come back. Okay, good. Some nice little bit of serpentine stuff. So that was a little bit of a scary hole, but prevailed. Okay. Yeah, lol, my record here is +5. That's disgusting. Alright. Let's just go here, and I'm gonna give myself space. Wait, why am I all the way over here? Oh, okay, well, this should still be fine. Yeah, because the slope is gonna induce a fade for me here, so... If anything, I definitely want to aim this way, so... Oh yeah, shit! I forgot I had a SoundCloud. I ought to add something to it at some point. I don't know. I just haven't had that spark for Guitar Pro arrangements. I just haven't had the spark. Maybe I'll add something from the backlog. Life catches up to you, you know. So slightly uphill, but a bunch of side slope, of course. So we're gonna do something like this. Sinking putts! That definitely makes a difference. Okay. Okay. So this is like at least a 7, so this wind is definitely doing a thing. So I'm going over here. Okay, this is overhit. This ball needs to like slow down and stuff, because I'm going downhill and things and stuff, and... That was a 7, but that wind is still taking that ball for quite the ride. Alright, so Micro Center Deli Man. Okay, let's see here. We got Sand Veg. Definitely can't really putt from here, so we're gonna try like an 11. Because that wind will definitely... I swear, missing that sweet spot cost me the chip in. I think I had the chip in had I gotten that right. Okay. No! It's the revenge of Yosh P. How do I have so many power shots? Is that just a thing that I know certain characters have more than others, but what determines that? Is that their power level? Like... Because I noticed some characters start with 10, some start with 12, and I think this guy, maybe I'm starting with 14. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if I'm starting with that many, I might as well use some. Hey, Lamau, taking a ride. Okay. Oh, rough. Okay, this is good rough. This is good rough. All right. 115. Oh yeah, I can definitely afford a 90 if that happens. Of course, this side thing is gonna be oof. This is ugly. Okay. 97. Okay, so this ball needs to slow down.
Most unfortunate.
It's not bad, but okay, this slopes less. So, you know what I do? Is I putt. Yeah, I don't know. I think a chip is going to be a little bit too finicky here, so I might as well try a putt from here actually. But as you can see, this slopes a shit ton. So I'm going to have to aim past my caddy man. Like, I'm going to have to do something like this, like no joking. So, let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. That was actually slightly overhead, which surprises me, but range does almost nothing in this game as far as putts or just overall shot strength goes. So, okay, -3 is still good at this point. I just gotta not fall back, not have terrible holes and things of sorts. Okay, so this is like a wind of like 2 or 3. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. Could I maybe get away with a 4? I don't know. Maybe not. What we're gonna try is something like that. Okay, surprisingly that's a 4. Alright, 6, 7. Okay, so that's good distance-wise. Slow the hell down.
Your ball's in proximity to the hole. That's a conceivable birdie.
These brakes! My god, okay.
Nice birdie.
Putting when it counts, alright. This Yosh P is indefatigable, I guess. Now is the time to use that word. Alright, let's see here. How badly do I want to do this? How badly? I gotta do it for the Janana Banana Man. That is always telling me to do stupid shots. Some would say this is a stupid shot, but here I am doing this anyway. And this is going 340 yards. Yeah, this is gonna be a best drive for quite some time. A Lamau, okay. Gotta like that. Okay, so we got some of that action, but we also got some slope action, and I think I would really love to try a super back here because of how front this flag is. I think I pulled it off. Give me the bite! Oh, okay, that should be good enough. Just gotta keep calm and sink putts. It's always the end of the day when I actually play decent. Start of the day, then I play like shit. Okay. Alright, big par 5, so we need some big old lion power here. This is going to be a minor hook, one that I have allowed plenty of room to have happen. So we're good. 261, okay. Well, thankfully, my guy here hits a natural draw, so... And because I have so many powers, I think a 3-wood power would actually be pretty useful to me. We're just going to draw right around everything, and I have room to fail on the right, so... That was going to be a really difficult Euger to get, so this is a satisfactory... This is a satisfactory place to be here. No pot bunkers, no dumb shit, just a little bit of elevation. A little bit of work. A little bit of backspin.
Go in.
Ooh.
Your ball's in proximity to the hole. That's a conceivable birdie.
Indeed, Micro Center Deli Man. Indeed. Wait, what the hell? Did this man just dig himself into the ground? Okay. Alright, well now that I'm out of my max drink, I need to make the rest of these count. Ooh. Ah, hello. We got ourselves some deer. Speaking of which, have any of you guys ever played Deer Simulator? It's apparently one of those like really, really wacky games, and it's like a deer, it's like a cartoon deer that can stretch its neck and cause mischief in a city environment. Like it's, I guess not, it's similar to Goat Simulator, I guess, but like with a deer. And I know it's been out a little while on Steam and other platforms, but it did recently hit Switch. And I'm thinking of just getting it for the lulz. Big giant shot over the tree line. Big hits today. All right. Let's see. I think maybe I could even get away with a sandwich here. Ugh. Okay, missing that sweet spot stings, but at least it's just a sandwich. Yeah, okay. Elevated greens. They still suck. No. Okay. 20. Okay, alright. Well, I'm just gonna have to just humbly take the par and move on, because that's fine, because I'm actually doing very well here, it seems. Although, I could chip this in. I could. Okay, slightly up, so I want about 70% power. And then just let her roll. Just let her do. Okay, so the wind wouldn't act as much as I thought it would here. You can. You can. And I'm not sure how much of an impediment or how much friction there is putting from fairway. But yeah, I think you can, and if it weren't for the fact that putting is so difficult in this game, it could be a plausible strategy. I have putted from rough off the edge of the green, I think a couple times here before. Oh, okay, I was wondering if those birds were if those were actual birds resting on the tee marks, or if those were just like ornaments that are on those tee marks. And damn, did that ball stop like a dead cat. Also, this is a par 4? Good God. Good God. Okay, well, I have a shit ton of power shots, so I might as well make good use of one and try to use a 2-iron power as opposed to a 4-wood to get this elevated shot of sorts within the pink zone, so this shot has a much better chance of being decent.
Most unfortunate.
Yeah, so this here, I could technically try to putt this, but yeah, I feel like doing something slightly different. I feel like trying something slightly different. Since I can take advantage of the 15-yard putting, 15-yard approach meter. I mean, if my timing were better, I would be able to, but oh well. Oh well. I just gotta not get, like, bogeys and dumb shit, and I should be able to pull this win off, and then we'll call it a session. Yeah, well, I think part of that stems from the fact that the overall power level in that game is much less than it is in the latter games, which is further exacerbated, I feel, by the power shot system. Which I can't remember if this power shot system I know this system is like the same as it was in the first game, where you had limited numbers of power shots that you used regardless of how good your shot was, whether it was frame perfect or not, and it only added 10% to any of your clubs regardless of clubs, rather than a percentage like 10% like in the Mario Golf games. But I can't remember if that's the same as it was, if it was the same way in the second game, because I don't remember using power shots that often. I mean, it's been like 7 or 8 months since I had played that series. I did that playthrough. Yeah, this boy hits nice and high, so over the trees we go. Not in the bunker, please.
You have exceeded the previous record.
Beautiful, okay. Yeah, hitting 300-yard shots is delightful. Okay, so elevated green. We're gonna have a slight bit of draw from the slope. It's not so much a draw really in this game as much as it's like a push, or it's like the ball is thrown a little bit in that direction. So, yeah. This might still be a little overcooked. Yeah, it is. Elevation changes don't do a whole lot. They don't do a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, it stands to reason that slopes would influence whether, you know, the ball gets thrown one way or the other, because side spin is introduced because of the angle of the differing angle of the club head in relation to the slope that you're hitting on. So, yeah, I mean, like, your entire swing changes, and so there's side spin that's introduced from the ball being above or below your feet. And this effect is, I think, exaggerated in Super Rush. If the freaking trailers for the game talk about that mechanic, then you know it's shoehorned in pretty hard. It's to the point where whatever little slope that you're on, you have to compensate for that more than you have to compensate for the wind in that game. Whereas here, the wind, you definitely have to compensate more, except for extreme circumstances. Alright, so yeah, definitely every single aspect of the gameplay in this round is improved over previous. Okay, so we got a strong thing over here today. We got... This man hits a draw, and I'm a little scared of that, so I'm gonna try just a fade of some kind. Okay, and then we got, yeah, we still have a decent amount of side slope on forts, so it's gonna do like something like that, and then yeah, well, I'm not playing entirely from scratch, and unfortunately my performance is sporadic. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed with every time, like, my first round is terrible. And I usually get better as I go because I home in on the timing, and I like remember various things. So, okay, I'm wondering how stupid this is. If this wind is strong enough that I will actually just blitz through this bunker outright. I want to do it. I want to. If that was sweet spot, that would work, but I think I'm just plain and simple in the bunker. Okay, well, we definitely cut this par 4 into size, so that's heavily elevated, which is mildly bothersome. So I'm gonna try one of those so-called super back things. So it's not gonna quite work here. And I got a higher percentage than I anticipated, so yeah, this is going to be a difficult save. And if I fail this would be my first bogey of the round. Oh, okay, wow. So I'm gonna have to, so Microsoft Center Deli Man, I'm gonna have to aim like past you here. This slope is no joke. Alright, so, and we're gonna do something like 16. And I'm just gonna let the ball do... Yeah, and that's still screaming way past it. So that was basically overhit. That's what that story was. And maybe slightly over-aimed, but I think the main problem is that was still overhit just because of how strong going down is. In addition, of course, to side slopes. It's buggered in every direction. It's like easily 5 times as strong as it would be in a typical Mario Golf game, but I'm dominating the leaderboard still, so nothing to fret over. And okay, this big boy hits a draw here, so I don't really need to use a power shot here. I don't really have to. I'm gonna save them for the par 5s just because they're so giant, so behemoth. Because Leviathan refers to a land monster, whereas Behemoth refers to a land monster. So, yeah, there's your Bible lesson for today. And then Megalodon, which I've used as slang for something that is not just the Dawn play, but like the Megalodon play. A Megalodon is a giant shark. Wait, is Leviathan a land monster? I thought Leviathan was the sea monster, and I thought Behemoth was the land monster. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to look into that again. Yes. My ice cream sank? A sea monster ate my ice cream! A sea monster ate my ice cream! Oh my god. That was the point in DuckTales where the show went from being awesome to legendary. And if you didn't have any context of any context of that, then yeah, it's ridiculous. But with context, it's, I don't know, it's still a little ridiculous. But so basically, ice cream was like secret code for Scrooge McDuck's treasure stash that was on like a vessel or ship or something, and I guess maybe a sea monster did literally capsize Scrooge's like some amount of Scrooge's fortune, and so then he and the nephew set off to recover it or something. But I can't for the life of me remember any more of the details, just because what sparked my memory of that in the first place was some internet meme. And it was just literally a sea monster ate my ice cream. And I'm like, what? Okay, so because of this big man's power, I'm actually able to threaten Yuger on this hole, but oh dear lord, is this a precarious setup here. So, okay, so 3 power is definitely the way to go here. Not gonna hit any harder than that. I will take the big putt, thank you. I will take the big putt. Which might not even be that big of a putt. Yeah, this is looking really clean. Almost pin high.
Proximity to the hole. That's a potential eagle.
Okay. So this is sloping a decent bit still. A little down. Yeah, that was overhead. Darn it. Okay. Yeah, that was overhead. I kind of misread the gauge there. Alright. Also, rest in peace, Scrooge McDuck's original voice actor. He was old, but he was, yeah, he was good. Okay, major downhill. Yeah, I'm going down to the 5 for this. And I'm gonna maybe try. Okay, didn't quite get the super, but... No!
Your ball went into the H2.
Okay, so going downhill didn't do the thing of the sort like I thought it would. I thought going downhill would make me carry a bunch more, and goddamn swans. I hate swans. I'm still like dominating this tournament, but this is definitely a disappointing turn of events. Okay, 90 to 100, that is not much. So all I really have to do is just ensure that I hit hard enough. Like this, for instance. This will be overcooked a bit, but it's better this way than the alternative, which actually, if that's overhead, that would be bad too, but... Oh, okay, so this breaks a lot. So I have to mirror project Micro Center Deli Man to the other side of the hole here, and then even aim a little more than that because this break is serious. Alright, and then we do something like that. And then we cry because we overhead. Alright, yep. It is. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Still at -7, okay. Alright, 17, okay. I still have 3 power shots left, so... yeah, I might as well just use one here because that still leaves 2 for the 18th, and... wait, are there even... oh yeah, okay, there is a part 5 at the end. It seems a lot of courses will just have the 18th be their part 5. That just seems to be almost like a tradition. This is a lot of wins, so I'm not afraid to aim at the rough here. You know, sometimes you gotta be like Sonic the Hedgehog. You do what you gotta do. Even if it means, you know, even if it means getting locked into a capsule in space and telling, you know, Amy to take care of herself and you know, Tails to, you know, carry out the mission. So... or, you know, standing up to some crazy black magic witch at the end of Dark Knight or whatever. Highly underrated. Alright, anyways, let's see here. And then someone in the chat will be like, finally, someone says it. Or was that Dark Brotherhood? I can't even remember the names of the games anymore. But there was once upon a time, I kid you not, that Sonic characters were actually written well. Alright, come on, dude. Why do these greens have to be so elevated? Oh, what is that, Sonic Rangers? I mean, I honestly can't say that I am. I'm very cautious considering that there really hasn't been a stellar Sonic title in at least 10 years. Like, I mean, there was a time where, I kid you not, I was actually mildly excited for Sonic Boom, but the actual game was a horror show, and the cartoon was like the saving grace, really. And that was kind of at the point where it's like, okay, I literally give no shits about Sonic anymore. But, I mean, it's my understanding based on the fandom that a lot of the problems of modern Sonic stem from the writers that have wholly admitted that well, Sonic Mania I would consider a neo-retro title. So it's like I forget that it exists because I already played through it 4 years ago. So, alright, we got a giant-ass par 5 to finish things off, so... please be in bounce. Yeah, this is definitely in bounce. It's just... yeah, and I mean, I have a few complaints about Mania, but it definitely, for the most part, recreates the magic of the older games. Yes. Holy shit, yes. So basically, I think what's happened is that the writers of the show the writers of the games for the past 10 years have basically just developed these characters' archetypes based on like just a few cursory Wikipedia entries, and so they base Shadow based on literally Shadow the Hedgehog the game, where he's like the frickin' Edgehog rather than, you know, some character that has like is an anti-hero that has, you know, sensitivities about, you know, fulfilling Maria's promise. You remember that whole thing from Sonic Adventure 2? And that guides all of his decisions. Like, he has, you know, actual motives and stuff. But it's like the modern games totally forsake that. And then Tails becomes like either some mix between just a total, you know, douchebag and a coward. So, I don't know. And then Knuckles becomes a complete, you know, doofus because his original role has, you know, been more or less superseded by Shadow. I don't know. it's all a little bit of a mess, but I think maybe if you get some of like the same like group of fandom that like, you know, like maybe some team under Christian Whitehead or like someone in that group that actually is able to tackle a full-on 3D game, then I can't see it being bad. I can't see it being bad, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, if the reception of the Sonic Colors Remastered is anything to go by, then yeah, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for Rangers. Yeah, well, a lot of the old Sonic games are already on the eShop in some form or another anyway, whether it's the Genesis collection. There's a Genesis collection of like 30 Genesis games, like $40. So there's that, and that includes like at least 3 of the Sonic games. There's the Sega Ages games, which are basically just modern as you know, like some of the older Sega games with modern quality of life features. So those are pretty good. Anyway, I'm getting on quite the tangent. I am almost sinking that putt. Okay. So I get a par, -6. That should be good enough. Yep, that's definitely good enough. Okay, holy crap. +1 was the cutoff that time. These leaderboards are fickle. Alright, 4 hours. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go through the things and then, yeah, that'll be that for today.
As my calculations predicted,
Did all the things that I wanted to fulfill. New set of attorneys and new characters. Yeah, this guy is definitely a good lad. You just gotta hit your marks. In fact, I'm curious what my perfect impact rate is for this. Only 34%? Wow, okay. So I managed to win despite that. Okay. I think my best ever is still like, I don't know, 47 or 48% or something like that. Which admittedly still is not good, but okay. Alright, give me wins. Yeah, that was the hole that I just caught a giant hill and rolled like 50 yards, so the total was like 340 or something like that. That was pretty great. Oh yeah, and there was a tailwind, so it's not going to get much longer than that anytime soon. Unless I pack a double big airs. Okay. Let's just check the shop here and... Oh, okay. So that's available. That's good. Finally, stuff to actually buy. Oh, what do we got here? Okay. So these must be like so-called legacy characters, like that'll be in the post game or something. Oh boy. Okay, so that also, oh, that's to look forward to too. Okay, and then I'm just gonna buy something and back tees. Okay, because I don't know when the hell those capsules are going to be available again. And then we save. Alright. That's going to be a wrap. Buttocks.